Hi, my name's Phil. I like to talk about politics, and the winner for the poll for today's video was about Theresa May, the Prime Minister, complying with criminal acts. And apparently we're fine with that. So the official Leave campaign broke electoral law. We know that. We knew that some time ago. And the people running the campaign accept this now because they've dropped their appeal. A couple of unofficial campaigns also breached the law, but beyond having appropriate action taken, we can't really blame the government for those illegal acts. And the illegal action went beyond not just keeping a careful enough eye on the finances, but in diverting funds to various groups through intermediaries in a deliberate attempt to hide links between themselves and the groups they were funding, such as Aggregate IQ, a group that has been investigated for the misuse of personal data, so the potential illegality runs beyond simple overspending. But this investigation may take a while. Aggregate IQ is based in Canada and outside the normal jurisdiction of the UK's Information Commissioner's Office. But there can be no doubt that there are worse revelations to come. More on that in a bit later. Vote Leave didn't simply fail to declare the large sum of money paid to Aggregate IQ. They funneled it through the account of a 21-year-old student who was not even part of the Vote Leave campaign. The extent to which the official, and I can't emphasise that enough, this is not just some two-bit operation, this is the official Leave campaign run by ministers of the Crown. The extent to which they went to try and cover its tracks was remarkable. In an environment where a referendum on the very future of the entire nation was decided by such a tight margin, and where there were breaches of electoral law on the part of several campaigns, and where government ministers were senior members of the illegal official campaign for one side, the media surely should have been in a frenzy. The calls for full investigations in any other scenario would have been deafening from the media and from the opposition benches in Parliament. But the media decided to keep quiet, and so have the main opposition party, Labour. Jeremy Corbyn did query the illegal Vote Leave campaign during one Prime Minister's questions. However, the conviction was being appealed and Theresa May brushed the question aside on that basis. But it is no longer being appealed, and Jeremy Corbyn hasn't mentioned it since. As for the media, far from championing the rule of law, they have preferred to describe both our judiciary and Parliament as enemies of the people. A particularly stunning piece of doublespeak when you consider that one of the main pillars of the Brexit argument was for all decisions to be taken by British courts and by British parliaments. But then when they do make those decisions, they're attacked in far more stinging terms than the EU ever were. But what about the Prime Minister in all of this? Surely the fine upstanding vicar's daughter should not need the media or leader of the opposition leading calls for her to investigate. A group of her own ministers ran an illegal campaign, the result of which risked plunging the country into chaos for a generation. Surely she should have just ordered a full investigation without anyone prompting her to do so. And she can no longer claim innocent until proven guilty because they have been proven guilty. She's also demonstrably aware that the campaign broke the law. The Prime Minister's own legal counsel, Sir James Eadie, said, and I quote, "The true position is that the PM is well aware of the notorious facts, well-published facts, of the EC findings, factor of an appeal, police investigations, ICO, DCMS committees, all properly done, and it's perfectly obvious that the PM has decided to carry on." And there are not just accounting irregularities in all this, as I say. The Metropolitan Police were all set to carry out criminal investigations into Darren Grimes, the student link between Vote Leave and Aggregate IQ, as well as a number of other areas. However, it halted the criminal investigations, citing political sensitivities. Again, the media and opposition in Parliament has made nothing of this either. This goes even beyond just breaking the law to try and win a referendum. The government have intervened to prevent the Metropolitan Police Force from investigating a crime. So it's not just that the Prime Minister has failed to launch an investigation that she should have done. A criminal investigation that was being done independently by the police has been stopped by either the Prime Minister or the Home Secretary. They have literally told the police not to investigate a major crime just because it would likely implicate some of their number. And this is not being discussed anywhere where it would attract the attention of a significant proportion of the British public. As usual, the Deputy Labour leader, Tom Watson, has been trying to push this, but he's sadly a lone voice in an opposition front bench of indifference to the serious attacks which our current government is launching against both our democracy and our legal system. Brexiteers have long argued that Brexit is about sovereignty, and so it is now. Our sovereignty has been well and truly trampled into the dirt over this issue. And who is seriously going to suppose that a government who would not only break the law, but prevent the police from investigating crimes just because it will implicate them, will ever respect the basic human and working rights that the EU has given us over the years? Outside of the EU, and with the media on their side, there will be a veritable bonfire of rights for UK citizens. Well, for those of us unfortunate enough to still be left in what's left of the UK after this point anyway. So there we go. I hope you found the video interesting. If you did, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe for further content, click the bell notification as well. Until next time, I'll see you later.